Alright, YouTube, what's happening? Welcome back, part 3. First thing you need to do, make sure your resin done dried up around the pod all the way around. Make sure it's stiff too. Mine's pretty stiff. I done checked it out when I came in. But what we finna do, we finna finish the pod. Now, we finna sand it. First timers, this your first time doing it, I recommend you get 120 grit. Maybe 80 grit too, but just get 120 grit to be on the safe side. The reason I say so, because when you sand down too hard, like if you use 60 grit, if you sand down too hard, what will happen, you'll burn a hole through the fleece or the resin, or you know, it'll just wear it down too hard and then it'll get soft again. So you know, just get you 120 grit so to be on the safe side. It'll take a little longer than 60, but you know, you'll get the job done. It ain't gonna take too long, but you know, just get you 120 grit, you'll be on the safe side. Just make sure it's smooth all the way around. It gonna have divots in it, but you know, we're gonna handle that later on. But just make sure it's smooth all the way around. Make sure you get the top part and up under the pod too. Make sure you get the top part of the wall. I got this from Walmart, by the way. You don't need nothing too fancy. Just, you know, just get you some sandpaper. I got these out of Walmart, just a quick get. I got this out of Home Depot. Didn't cost that much. But yeah, nothing else really to say. Let me just go ahead and knock this out right quick so we can move on to the next part. Alright, here it is, all the way around, smooth, not bad. This is what I was talking about with the divots, with the pinholes. But we're gonna handle that later on in the video. It ain't nothing major at all, cause you know, this happens when you use fleece. Now when you use speaker grill mesh or maybe light nylon, you know, you don't have this much right here. But you running this when you use fleece. But one thing about fleece, it's thick. You know, you ain't gotta worry about cracks and stuff like that. So. But right here, this is just the only spot right here. But this is what I was talking about when you burn through it when you use 60 grit. But it's repairable. You know what I'm saying? You can repair that with no problem with Bondo. Cause I didn't go all the way through it, but you can see it though where it touched some of the fabric. But yeah, other than that, smooth all the way around. Now this next part, what we gotta do, we gotta cut it out. By the way, excuse me, about to cut out, I had to look inside here. I thought I had messed up on something, but everything good. So. But yeah, we finna cut it out, cut the rest of it out. Now how I do it a different way from other people, because I seen people use Dremels. If I had a Dremel, I'd do the same thing too, but it's a little technique I thought of for myself. I don't know if other people thought of it too, but this is what I do. Okay, so I get my circular saw. From the edge of the wall, I give it like a quarter or an eighth. You know, just cut it all the way around. I don't cut on the edge of the wall because you can mess it up. Just cut all the way around. Now, the thing about it, what I used to do, I used to cut on the edge, but when it comes to like corners and stuff, I couldn't get in the corner with my circular saw. Dremels, they got like little pins where you can get in there, but you know, like I said, I don't have a Dremel, but I used to get with my circular saw, I used to mess up the corners and I have to repair with Bondo and glass, mat and stuff. You know, that take, you know, they make the process a little longer. So what I do, I get my little router right here. I get the flush trim bit, put it in there, put it against the wall, and go all the way around. Therefore, I have a clean wall all the way around, even in the corner. That's how I do it. I thought of that one day, you know, it worked for me real well, and I've been doing it ever since. So if you like the technique, you know, spread it around, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind teaching. If you got any better techniques, you already know what to do. Hit me up in the comments or hit me up on my Instagram. Let me know what I can do. But let me show y'all what I'm talking about, then we can move on to the next part. All right, y'all. So it's that simple. That's how I do it. A little flush. Now, if you still got a little extra on the, you know, on the wall, where you can put your finger up under it, all you gotta do is just get you some sandpaper. Get you a block. Make it more precise. Get you a block and some sandpaper. Just go to work. That's all you gotta do. Or you can get the same sandpaper that you use on your sander. Fold it up. Go to work. That's all you gotta do. But that's how I make my wall all the way around. Everything look flush. I gotta sand this little part right here though. Or I might go over it again with the router, but that's how I do it right there. That simple, man. Yep. So let's go ahead and move on to the next part. Alright, on to the next part. Finna do a little bundle work. Now, this time, get you a bigger spreader, because if you use a car, you're gonna run out of time. Cause see, this is a bigger, you know, this is a bigger spot you working with. So, you're gonna need a little bit more bundle too. Now, when you spread it on, when you mix it up and you spread it on, don't spread it on lightly, because you're gonna be missing some pinhole spots, and then you still gonna see, like for example, mine's green, you still gonna see some green spots too. You wanna fill it up. But don't fill it up too much, because if you fill it up too much, you're gonna be sanding for a long time. Just make it enough where it's flat enough and you can't see the green. You do the same thing up under here, but I'm gonna get to that later. But let's just handle this part right here. Okay, before I start sanding, before I let it fully dry, what I do, like the edge and stuff, even at the bottom too, when it's rubberish, it's not cured all the way, I go ahead and just scrape it off on the edge. You don't wanna sand that part and mess it up. You don't wanna mess up your form on it. But yeah, while it's still drying, but it get rubberish, just scrape it off on the edge, bottom too. Alright, y'all, everything looking cool, smooth. This basically what it should look like. Make sure you rub it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure it's smooth. But I want to show y'all something right quick. Little pinholes like this. See, I had missed it a little. Either I missed it or I ain't put enough on there. With pinholes like this, you can go over it again with some Bondo. But me personally, it's this stuff called Glaze and Putty. I'm gonna show you what it look like in a minute. But it's this stuff called Glaze and Putty. Shout out to Sprayway Custom. He introduced it to me when I watched one of his videos, and that stuff worked good. It worked just like Bondo, you know, but it's light. So what you can do, you can just take a dab of it on your finger and go across it like that. Let it harden up. Just make sure it cover it. You don't have to. It's the same way with Bondo. Don't smear it. Just, you know, put enough over it where you can't see it. And when it dry up, just go ahead and start sanding it. Same way with Bondo. But yeah, that stuff, it works good. Shout out to him. I think he was repairing some wheels, but he also did some door panels with it too. So he showed me how to do that. By the way, for those who've been telling me about Sprayway Custom, Magic Sound, I've been watching them. I've been watching them before I even started doing this stuff. Also, High Voltage Car Audio, coming out of Alabama. Y'all go check him out. He got some good stuff too. I've been watching his stuff, but I mainly been looking at their stuff for a long time, and that's how I learned how to do it. I really taught myself, you know what I'm saying? But mainly I've been learning everything off YouTube. So yeah, y'all go check out their stuff, man. But yeah, Glaze and Putty. Just when you have pinholes and stuff like that, cause see, I got some right here, and I got a couple more spots, and even rough spots too. I got a couple more spots up under it. Like this spot right here, I think I can sand that down, but this little rough spot right here, I don't know if you can really see it. Over that part. Stuff like this, if it's on Bondo, you can sand that down. You can sand that down, don't even worry about it. If it's on the Bondo part, you can sand it down. But if it's on the pod, then yeah, you have to put some more work into it. Now, if you painting, you have to do Bondo again, or, you know, I never did paint before, so I'm not gonna tell y'all what's right, what's wrong. So you might have to do your research. But I will be doing a how-to video on it. I'm gonna practice on it first myself, because we will be bringing painting to this channel. But as far as door panels, when you wrapping, yeah, just, you know, just watch out for your pinholes, because, you know, sometimes it depends on how big it is. Like for example, like this, I can sand this down, don't worry about that. But stuff like this, if you wrap it, it might show up in the wrap. It might not, saying it will, but it might. But 9 times out of 10, it probably won't, because, you know, wrap is thick. But you still want to just make sure, you know, you get it down. You don't want to take no chances, because once you get the stuff down onto it, you know, ain't no turning back. Once you peel it off, you're gonna have to do a whole lot of work to it. So yeah, just watch out for your pinholes and put Glaze and Putty on it. And matter of fact, I'm gonna just go ahead and show y'all what I mean by Glaze and Putty. Alright, and sand it down, smooth. Even up under. everything good. Now, this next part, all you gotta do, get you a Sharpie. Draw a line inside your rings, inside your holes, right here. And then just cut it out on the back. Now what I do, I just draw a line from like here to right here. From here to here, from here, around, about right here. Reason why, cause ain't no point in doing a circle and you really just cutting out all this right here, all this little extra stuff in the middle, all the way around. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just cut around it, let it follow through with the circle and go straight across. Follow through with the circle on this side and come back around. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right, y'all, got it cut out all the way around. Now, this next part right here, hold on, let me flip it over. All right, down in here, the back part of your fleece is still soft. So to handle that, all you gotta do is get some fiberglass mat and some resin and just dab it in. You don't have to do 2 layers, it could be 1 because it's already hard on the other side. The reason being because like this side, it's stiff, you know, but you can never go wrong for being safe, you know what I'm saying? So just go ahead and secure that on the other side, cause like, you know, you got some people that like to put their elbows in the panel and stuff like that. So just to avoid cracks and stuff, just go ahead and flip this over, put resin inside here, and you know, you'll be good to go. All up in there. Now, smaller cracks, like here, all the way around at the bottom, I got mine. Smaller cracks, or like down in here, if you can't see it, don't worry about it. But if you can see the part where your fleece is, all up in here, put some mat in it. And if you cut out and you still got some stringy mat around, don't worry about it. All you gotta do is just tack that down, flip it in like this, and just take it down with the same resin that you're using. That simple. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. right, everything done dried up. Looking good. I'm gonna get all this stringy stuff out the way in a little bit, but everything look good, man. This is basically the complete of the pod. I'm gonna do the wrapping on another video because I don't want to drag this on too long. Plus, I gotta get this video out to y'all. So, but yeah, man, this is basically how you make a pod. Well, how I make my pods. I don't want to say exactly how you make it because you can do it any kind of way. But I'm gonna go ahead and put it together. I'm gonna assemble it on the door panel so y'all can see what it really look like. And once again, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all share, man. Any tips, leave a comment or hit me up on my Instagram.